a fair while,
Mm-hmm.
they, just don't have any kind of answer back. There's no real coordinated aggression. Sure, they'll get a little bit aggressive into apartments, but they're not playing like 3 over towards B, flashing 2 players in and getting aggressive in banana. They're just sort of hoping that they're going to win the Angels against Torqued, which, with the caliber of players that this team has got, just not really going to work out for them.
Yeah, of course, you always have to talk about just the experience that Steele has. He's been to 2 majors, or might be 3. I don't know, heck, a major is a lot of experience. So, no matter how many he's been to, it may take a lot back from you, but equals. Actually, I like this double setup at the top of Banana there. They actually are going to be able to get two kills out of that nice trade there from Dumore once again, and Ian picks up the slack. So Torqued, I think, in this position, they're playing a little bit, not stupid and not foolish, but a little bit. I really don't know how to say it. It's just a little bit, more relaxed, I guess, to say, because you're up 11-3. So if you lose this round, it's not the end of the world. You're still gonna at least win the half 11-4 on the T side of Inferno. So
yeah, it's like you're kind of happy at this point.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I mean, 4Shot kind of has a chance. He's got a little bit of control over here, but Dumore, nice little flick onto his head.
I was about to say, yeah, that was a good shot.
Yeah. But yeah, it seems mostly Harmless in that last round heard what I was saying, and they got aggressive in banana, and it pays dividends. It breaks the attack of Torqued up completely, because once they got those 2 initial kills, all the rest of the kills that came in were just sort of Torqued going out one by one, trying to make some kind of a play, and pick up a kill and play off of that. But unfortunately, they just can't win it out, because something like that at the start of a round as well for Mostly Harmless gives your teammates a lot of confidence, to be, well, not to be aggressive, but to be smart, so that you can win out the round, to make sure that you're not going to give away your advantage, and make sure that you've got something going into the latter stages of the round. You keep that man advantage and then just play off of that, because even if Torqued came at them all together, if they've got a read of what bomb site is, Mostly Harmless have got more players, so logically they'll win the round out.
Yeah, that's a good way to talk about it. But other way, it's a good way to put it. We are going to be going into the second half here, looking at the utility. Once again, a very similar situation to last half. Four armor on the sides, and then a kit and utility, respectively, going there. But it's immediately just going to be quick here. And Steele and A2Z trading 2 and 2 kills apiece. And Streets is alone without any friends. That's the way to put it. So Streets is going to get 1 consolidation kill, but that was a very fast pistol. No other way to say it.
Yeah, well, Torqued immediately, straight off the bat, just coming in with that aggression that we didn't really see from Mostly Harmless on the pistol. Pretty risky. But it's also a very good setup where, Steele is the first man in, and then A2Z is there to peek on his contact, and in theory, trade him if he goes down. But as you saw, they just both hitting their shots perfectly.
Because that's really a thing that Mostly Harmless probably wasn't expecting from Torch. They're up 11-4. They're going to be a little bit passive in the pistol round. They did the exact opposite. They were full aggressive. 2 men top of banana, which really is what you should do at the start of on a pistol round, is having 2 men at 2 people on common push or rush positions. So so if somebody goes down, you can pick them up, like as you were saying. But so right now, all 5 men on Mostly Harmless is going to be right next to 4Shot, but 4Shot's in the cover position. They actually did not check him with that P90. He gets 2, almost gets a 3rd, but he is going to get traded out. So now makes it an even 3-on-3 situation. Steele over at Arch gets 1 of his own, and A2Z going to finish the work. 13-4 now you're scoring Torqued. They're getting really close to making that 16-4.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a good chance for them to run away with this one, to be honest. Coordinated team generally does a little bit better on CT's side, honestly, and they've had a really good showing on the T side, so it'll be interesting to see what Mostly Harmless can pull out. They are, of course, going to force up into this round, because you might as well. Everybody's got a CZ, and they're witnessing the death of the Tech 9, and also the death of a lot of these Mostly Harmless players. Only trading back 1 kill so far. Make it 2. And there you go, Steel going to clean up as well onto equals. So 1 versus 3 now. Make it a 3 versus 0. As Floppy will clean up. And yeah, I think they've just got all these rounds and as a cushion, so they can just get almost stupidly aggressive and catch mostly Harmless off guard. You know, this high risk, high reward gameplay.
Definitely. So Torch, once again, like I was saying, they're being very aggressive, which, that's a very Steel thing to do, in my opinion. You're beating them. I mean, this isn't that bad. I mean, 14-4, I've obviously seen worse. But, when you're ahead by, 10 rounds, just to show the fact that you are so dominant to them, it's just a very Steel thing to do. So, of course, once again, mostly Harmless. Actually, a Nova on Duelmore, which is an interesting buy here. Wonder, it might have been on purpose. And there it goes. 4-shot immediately just going to cancel that. He's like, yep, nope, you're not using that. You're not using that on me. So we're going to be throwing those mollies into the boiler position. Ian going to have to make a different decision on how he's going to be going onto this A-bomb site, doing a little bit more of an entry position. He might be able to take out A2Z as he is in the opposite direction. But A2Z, yeah, able to take out A2Z. It's exactly the opposite thing that happened. A2Z just got a quad kill. I'm like, yeah, they might be able to take him out. Immediately makes a liar out of me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a beautiful spray down, great control. Obviously that 4th kill just kind of a little bit free as well. And again, it's just the fact that mostly Harmless kind of taking the L on this one, I think.
Yeah, do more. He put a Nova last round and then it Woolies this round. I think he's just like, this game's over.
You just got to take it on the chin sometimes, not let it demotivate you. I think these guys have got another game after this one as well, so just got to kind of look at this one, see the faults, say we got outclassed, maybe need to work on our Inferno, and just go into the next one and pull out your better strats, your better plays in that game.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, sometimes, as you get closer to the end of the season, people usually, you're at a place where like you can't really go much higher or much lower. So, in the standings, that is. So, I'm not saying that's what's happening here, but I don't know. Mostly Harmless. I saw this happening. I didn't see 16-4 happening, but I saw Torch definitely coming on top here. But currently, mostly Harmless actually have a chance of winning this round. I'm going to go down on that A-bomb site. But TCK and 4-shot can be going against Online with just 24 HP, so he's going to have to hit some good shots if he wants to take this out. But 4-shot is going to get the final kill of the match, and that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. 16-4 going to be your score. GG's going out, and that's going to be it for the match between Torqued and mostly Harmless.
Yeah, I thought it might have been a bit of a closer showing, to be honest. The standings, I don't think they're too far apart. Torqued kind of 8th at the moment. Mostly Harmless, to be fair, I think are a little bit further down towards the lower echelons of the NA MDL. But all the same, you would have thought they would have had a bit of a better showing. It wasn't like it was coming down to close clutch rounds or anything like that. It was just Torqued as a team steamrolling, mostly Harmless.
Yeah. When you have an 11-4 half on T side, when the map, supposed to be CT sided, at least in professional LAN setting, but of course this isn't LAN. But still 11-4. Like if you get, even if it's like 10-5, that's like kind of hard to come back to, in my opinion. And then they win the next pistol round. So it's just, and really, like I was saying earlier, money was just really never an issue for Torqued because most of Harmless was never really able to win multiple rounds in a row, honestly.
Yeah, it was just difficult for them to get into it. They just weren't as strong a side, really. I think more skill level that Torqued have got, just legions and legions above mostly Harmless.
I completely agree to that. So I believe that is going to be it for us tonight. And so yeah, any parting words for us?
Well, pretty one-sided affair. Unfortunately, We expected something a little bit better, like we said. But ultimately, you know, like you said, that's going to be it this evening. We're not doing any more games. It's just a bit late for me. It's like almost 3 o'clock in the morning for me. So yeah, a bit more difficult to stay awake, to be honest, at this point. But yeah, we have been on Thunderpick TV. I've been Scriv. I've of course been joined by Lincoln. Do you have anything you Twitter-wise you want to plug before we
I mean,
call it a night?
might as well. You can go and if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at Lincoln. That's L1NKN_CS. Feel free to follow me there. I tweet about some stuff. Need to do better at tweeting, but you know, you can follow me on there. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, Twitter is gonna be in the chat. Feel free to follow both of us. So anyways, good night everybody, and GG.